5 years ago, the idea of making $100,000 in a year seemed like the biggest possible accomplishment. Fast forward to today, and six-figure months are now the norm for my business. So in today's video, I want to show you how to make 6 figures a month, and the most important step might completely surprise you. So let's get started. I remember my first time at Funnel Hacking Live. This was an event that just changed the game for me and my business. It showed me what was possible. Funnel Hacking Live is a marketing event for entrepreneurs that feels like a rock concert. Like, I've never seen anything like this. And I remember sitting in the audience. I had just left my full-time job as a dental hygienist to go all in on this social media business that I started. And I remember looking up at the stage and seeing people just like me, normal people, didn't have like a business or a marketing degree. They had a 9-to-5 job and monetized their expertise and got to leave it and then make 6 figures and then 7 figures. And these people that made 7 figures were crossing the stage earning their 2 Comma Club award. At this time, I thought $100,000 would just be a dream. I don't know about you, but when you see what people are capable of achieving, it makes me think, well, what's stopping me from being able to achieve that? So my bar was raised from 6 to 7 figures. To 7 figures per year. And then to what if I can make 6 or 7 figures per month? But it was not a linear path to being able to achieve that. I've now earned 2 Comma Club awards, but it didn't come easy. One of the things that I talk about a lot is the importance of failing forward. And I actually have another video on my channel that I'll link below called The Truth About How I Earned My 2 Comma Club Award. Honestly, I earned my 2 Comma Club Award when I was also 6 figures in debt. I was failing forward. I was trying so hard to be able to scale my business and be able to scale it beyond me needing to be the one to work all the time. I also had some limiting beliefs that I needed to work through, like if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. I also believe that anything worth having doesn't come easy. You got to work really hard. And that translated into me believing that success had to come from backbreaking, painstaking kind of work. What I needed to shift my belief into is that if you need more time, you need more team, and that I needed to transform from being a micromanager to a leader. You know, when I was a social media manager on the side, when I was still a dental hygienist, I was making somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a month, but I could never get past that $10,000 a month mark without something being sacrificed, like my quality of life or my quality of work. I was never able to overcome that bar of $10,000 a month. I thought that maybe if I just worked harder, worked longer, maybe then I would overcome and make more than that $10,000 a month. But before I go into that, have you subscribed to this channel? I post videos every week about video marketing and business growth, so make sure you hit that red button so you never miss a video. The biggest thing that I needed was not more hours in the day to work. It was not more strategies or more clients, although all of those things may help. But you need to believe that this is possible for you and have that mindset shift and know that success leaves clues. When I went to Funnel Hacking Live for my first time in 2018, I saw what worked for others so that although they say there's no cutting corners, I got to skip the guesswork in what works and what doesn't and be able to learn from other people's experiences. You know the story about the 4-minute mile? Most people said it couldn't be done. And as entrepreneurs, we're the ones with the arrows in our back. We're the ones who create the path for others. Experts said that a 4-minute mile just couldn't be done. It was dangerous. It wasn't possible. People have been trying for over 1,000 years. But in 1954, Roger Bannister broke that 4-minute barrier. And as part of his training, he visualized that success. And less than a year later, another person did. And the year after that, multiple people did. So once that belief is planted, it can cause this ripple effect. And as entrepreneurs, when you believe and visualize the moment that it happened, it might not be about when it will happen, but it's just about believing that it will. Believe with certainty that it's possible and study the people that have done it. Put yourself in the same room as them, learn from them. One of those other phrases that I like to live by is that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Put yourself in situations where you feel uncomfortable or intimidated so that you're called to rise. One of the biggest shifts that I went through next was from solopreneur, doer, to delegator, to leader. I learned that instead of me doing all the work myself and feeling like if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself, the most important thing that I could do was build a team around me and empower them to work in their superpowers while I could work in my zone of genius and build a company culture instead of doing the tactical things myself. I feel like the process of entrepreneurial evolution is who you serve, then how you serve them, how you serve the world, and how you show up as the leader. like who you are and your identity, the belief systems you have to overcome, the bottlenecks you remove yourself from, and the mindset that attracts the right people and opportunities to you. You might have a level 10 opportunity in front of you, but if you have a level 2 mindset, you're never gonna get to that 6, 7, or 8 figures in business. So pay attention to what you say you want and what you believe about your ability to have it. For example, I could have said, I wanna make $10,000 a month. But if my identity was someone that procrastinated, had motivation issues, and didn't show up, there's some kind of block in me that proves that I don't believe I can achieve what I say I want. So it's almost about reverse engineering who we need to be to do what we need to do to have what we want to have. I have a little sticky note on my computer in front of me at my office that says, be, do, have. And I think about that. Who do I need to be today to do the things I need to do to have what I want to have? A lot of people work backwards from have, do, be. Once I have $1 million, then I'll be happy, without thinking about who they need to be on an identity level to do the things, to have what they want to have. Another quote from my mentor, Alex Sharfin, is he says, if you don't have the business you want, it's because you haven't become the person who can run it yet. So all of the tactical, the marketing, the strategies that I could teach you will never work unless you have the right mindset in place. All those strategies will only work to the level of beliefs that your operating system will allow. And if you have the right mindset and you're ready to learn the system that will help you ascend leads all the way from hello to high ticket and make consistent high ticket sales, I want to invite you to my next free private training. And I'm actually going to give you access to my highest performing, most revenue generating campaigns that you can plug and play into your business to maximize lead generation and sales. So click the link in the video description below to attend my next free private training, where I'll be showing you exactly how to ascend leads from hello to high ticket. But how I got to $10,000 months was by, but before I go into that, so reverse engineer who you